Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. And I'm just walking under the harbour bridge. As you can see, you've got the Opera House in the background there. We've got a sunrise happening, but it's a little overcast for a Monday. And there's the magnificent Sydney Harbour Bridge. How beautiful is that? Anyway, welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday, the first day of the work week and the second day of the church week. And Kalista Kosti to all my friends and who are fasting for Christmas, because it's 40 days for Christmas, and can't wait to get to Christmas and spend some time with my friends, family. And it's been an interesting year, to say the least, for all of us. As you can see down here, we've got some wonderful pictures of old Sydney. Got a fly annoying me at the moment, but what's a Sydney summer without flies? But what are we going to talk about today? What I'd like to talk about today is another topic which is near and dear to my heart, and that's the topic of yoking. And for those who don't know what yoking is, it's a form of teaming where two animals are linked together with a thing called a yoke, which goes over their heads, and that yoke keeps them together and allows them to function as one. So we've got lots of examples of yoking in our lives. I guess marriage is a form of yoking, where husband and wife come together as one. But how can we use it? How can yoking be important? And it's no yoke. Many years ago, I came across a term which was very interesting and empowering for me back then, and it was the word called synergy. And it's a word that Steve Covey first coined and used. And synergy basically means the harnessing and the channeling of energy from one or two different objects or people to get enhanced sort of outcomes and output. And from a yoking perspective, you're seeing me, I've got a fly on my neck, it's annoying me. From a yoking perspective, what we learn is that when you get one ox and you pull a plough behind one ox, you get X amount of output. But here is the key, here is the clincher. When you get two oxen and you yoke them together, 1 + 1 gives you a greater output than just the two. So when you get two working together, you get an enhanced output. You get an output which is far greater. So it's far greater than the parts. So the sum is far greater than the parts. So I guess from a family perspective, when we get married, when we have children, when we live as a family, in theory, I'm not saying in practice, in theory, what we're trying to achieve is we're trying to achieve synergy, where we're able to harness and channel the energies of the two parents, the two families, to be able to get an enhanced output, so that a husband and wife, when they're working together, as opposed to against each other, have the capability of achieving significant outcomes. There you go, we've got the sunrise happening there in the background. It's a little bit muffled, but it'll rise above that cloud shortly. So how do we use this? I guess the important thing to understand is that teamwork is critical, especially at the family level, as well as at the corporate level, at the community level, where you work together. You channel your efforts to achieve significant outcomes. Whenever we get married, especially the Greeks in the Greek Orthodox Church, I've mentioned this time and time again, but I always love mentioning it because it's so powerful. There's a blessing in the marriage service which says that that for each partner, once they come together to become one, that their duty and calling is to halve the pain of their partner. So to share the pain, but to halve it. In other words, to be a comforter for their partner, but also to double or multiply the joys, so that by being yoked together, you're able to celebrate. Because years ago, I also learned something else which was pretty special, that you can't celebrate on your own. It's pretty hard to celebrate on your own. Your team wins the grand final, and unless you're with other supporters of your team, it's hard to get excited and to celebrate by yourself. And that's why people come together for weddings, for marriages, for christenings, for social events, for New Year's Eve, for example, because it's through that shared experience, that shared joy, that we get that multiplied, that euphoric feeling. I remember years ago when Greece was playing in the Euro 2004, and they miraculously made the semi-finals and got through to the finals, and you could sense a buzz. And when Greece beat Portugal in that magnificent final, every single Greek throughout the world was united as one. I remember that, and I'll never forget that feeling, that sense of euphoria, where we were able to celebrate with friends and family, with people, with the greater diaspora from all over the world, was just so magical. I'll never ever forget that. So getting back on point to yoking, what we need to understand is that if we work against each other, if you're married or if you're working in a team, if you're working, wherever you're engaging with people, if you're working against each other, then you're creating negative output, I guess, is the key, is the important sort of message. Whereas if you work together, you can achieve a multiple. You can magnify your results. You can amplify your results. But the key is realizing it. And the best leaders, the best family people, the best people to associate with and to hang out with are the ones who understand the power of yoking, the power of synergy, the power of taking 2 people or 3 people or 10 people or 100 people and getting them to work together to be able to achieve outcomes which far outweigh the outcomes that each person could have gotten or received if they worked independently. One of the challenges we all face, though, and especially we Greeks, is that everybody tends to work against each other. It's all about the ego and the me, whereas other cultures who are great at teaming are able to manifest magnificent results. But I guess there'll come a time where we all start to realise that as we get older, we start to realise that partnering and working with other people is A, more fun, and B, gives greater results, and C, is a comforter in times of pain and suffering and challenge. I guess the Greeks have been at their best when they've been attacked by a common enemy and have had a leader who's been able to unite them, a leader like Alexander the Great in the past. But those times are far and few between. So think about it. Think about the power of yoking. Think about the power of synergy and how to work with your partner, your friends, to achieve magnificent outcomes. With the technologies that we've got today, with Google, there are so many collaborative pieces of software that enable people from all over the world, people who have got common interests through Facebook, through Google, you name it, to be able to yoke together and to achieve enhanced sort of outputs. You know, you can be working with somebody from the other side of the world, from a different sort of economic background, and share ideas, because one idea plus another idea are two ideas, whereas one piece of gold, which is created into a gold watch, is still one. So one becomes one, whereas one idea plus another idea can give birth to multiple ideas. So there's no zero-sum game when it comes to yoking and to teamwork. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, let's work together wherever we can to enhance our lives, to channel our energies, to complement our skills, and to be the best possible version, the best possible community that we can be. And I look forward to chatting to you again tomorrow. Don't know where I'll pop up, but hopefully we can come together to share an experience, share an observation, share a book summary, and get through the morning, get through the day, and enjoy our week. So happy Monday, Kali Avdomada, Kali Sarakosti, to all those who are fasting, as I said before, for Christmas. And let's make the most of this day, this opportunity. And until we meet again, until we chat again, Yasas, Sagapao, Ketaleme. Bye for now, from Jim on Jim's 5 a.m. Club. Bye.